Hello, my name is Hannah and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stay a while. Today is exciting because I just bought a bunch of stuff from Milk Makeup and I'm gonna be chatting about it and using it and giving you a first impression. So let's get started. So first, let's take a look at everything that I got. First of all, I love their packaging. They sent it in this cute, like, reusable bag. It's clear and I can definitely use this for like travel, makeup, doing makeup on clients, so that's super exciting. The reason that I put an order in with Milk is because of their new primer. I've heard all good things about it. One of my best friends uses it and it's one of her new favorites now. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which is, I'm just so excited to use it. Also, my skin has been so dry in certain areas lately, so I'm hoping this will help, and anything to like make my makeup last longer is welcomed. So yeah, super excited for that. Again, just super cool packaging, like clear. I love the green color and everything's like holographic. So the next product that I've heard a lot of great things about is the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzer Stick. I've been obsessed for a while now with using cream products on my face since my skin's been a little bit drier, and I just like the way they blend out and stuff like that, especially while warming up my face. So I've been using the Anastasia Fawn contour stick and I've been using that since like Christmas, I think, and I still have so much left of it, but I've heard great things about this, so I'm super excited to try it. And I got the lighter shade, which is called Baked. Then the last thing I ordered was the Flex Concealer, and I got the lightest shade, I believe, in shade Porcelain. I've heard a lot of good things about it and I'm running out of my Tarte Shape Tape, so I wanted to try something new. And then they sent me a bunch of samples also. I've tried their Kush mascara before. It's not my favorite just because, I mean, I love it and I love the way it makes my lashes look, but I get really bad transfer like along like my bottom lash line. But I got a tiny little guy of the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. Then they put in one of their lip and cheek little like sticks in it in the shade Work, which we're gonna use this today because I'm very excited. I almost ordered one of these. And then a tiny little sample of their Cooling Water Sleep in a Stick. It's a deep puff and hydrate like under eye stick, so I'll probably use this like sometime tonight maybe. And then with my order, they sent me a free like Kush bag, which is this really like pillowy soft material, and it has like little pockets and stuff like that in here too. Super cute. So just with my order, I got this for free, which they do that a lot on their actual website, which is where I ordered from, like giving you free samples and stuff like that. And free shipping once you spend like over only like $50, which 2 of their products is well over that, I think. So yeah, I'm super excited to try these, so let's get started with the makeup. So first up, we're gonna try the Milk Hydro Primer, which I'm so excited about. The reason I made the whole order, it says hemp-derived cannabis extract hydrates to plump and smooth for blissed out skin. And it's supposed to grip your foundation and all of your other makeup. A shot of blue agave holds makeup for all day for a super fresh finish. And it also has aloe water, cherry blossom, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin B. So I'm just so excited. I'm hoping that this does well at like hydrating my skin and hopefully keeps my makeup on for longer. It's very like jelly texture, which I don't mind. It kind of feels cool on my face, which I love that feeling, especially with like all my redness. I need like all the cool things that I can get. Rubbing it in, it's already kind of starting to feel tacky, which I don't really mind either, just because I know that it's gonna hold my foundation on a little bit more. So yeah, it is pretty tacky, but it feels very hydrating and like cooling on my skin. With the heat in the summer, that's when my rosacea is probably the worst, so that's why my face is so red. But yeah, this feels pretty good, and you can see my skin's pretty hydrated. It feels really nice. Oh, I got a new tattoo. It's of strawberries. It's probably hard to see, and it's like on day 3 of healing, so it doesn't look great. Also, I changed my background up a little bit. I was on the opposite wall where I just had kind of like wall hangings on it, but I kind of like to see like peeks of people's like rooms and stuff, so I switched you around so you can kind of see the other side of like my beauty room, where I have just like I have like old Disney records hanging up, some artwork from my fiance's brother, and just like little knickknacks that I like. Anyway, let's get to foundation. So the foundation that I've been using like every single day is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. I love it. I think it lasts really well on the skin, and it's super lightweight but still has like a good medium to full coverage. So I'm going to shake that up and put it on the back of my hand. I just dotted that all over my face, and I'm just going to blend it out. But yeah, I really like this foundation. The concealer is also really good from the L'Oreal Infallible brand, but I feel like it doesn't last as long, as in like the packaging doesn't hold a lot, if that makes sense, but I do like it. So I think that my foundation blended beautifully over this primer. My skin still looks hydrated, and it got like great coverage. I don't really see much of a difference from when I normally apply this foundation, which is good. And I just blended it out with my normal Real Techniques beauty sponge, which is my favorite beauty sponge of all time. And now we're gonna go in with the Flex Concealer, which I've also never used this before. So here is the cute packaging of the concealer, and then it looks like a squeezy tube, but you actually bring it out and it's a normal doe foot applicator. So I'm gonna concentrate that underneath my eyes, which I don't like how small the doe foot is. I'm used to like the Tarte Shape Tape where it like globs like it's like that huge applicator that puts a lot underneath your eye. So I am having to kind of like go in and get more product. So yeah, just gonna concentrate this underneath my eye, and then sometimes I bring down my concealer just a tiny bit, just because if I have any other redness, it kind of helps cover that, like redness that the foundation didn't get. But this color is pretty light, lighter than my natural skin, obviously, but that would be good for like highlighting your under eye. So let's blend this out. Oh, it's like more hydrating than the Tarte Shape Tape that I've been used to, and maybe not as much coverage, but it's blending out super nicely. So this concealer says it's full coverage liquid concealer, flexes with skin's movement without cracking or creasing. So it's really not creasing, which I do have problems with the Tarte Shape Tape, but I wouldn't say it's full coverage. Probably like a good medium to full, and it might be buildable. So I'm gonna put just a little bit more in like the darkest part of my under eye, just to see if we can build it up at all. So it is definitely buildable. And the finish is like beautiful. It's not creasing at all, which usually I have a big problem with, especially with the Shape Tape concealer. So I'm not gonna set this just yet because we're gonna go in with some more cream products. Next up, which this is maybe what I'm most excited for, is the matte bronzer stick, and I got the shade Baked, which is the lighter color of the two that they have. And all Milk makeup is vegan, cruelty-free, and paraben-free too. Oh, that was weird. That just came off. Look how shiny it is. So on the first side of my face, I'm gonna try applying it by just rubbing it kind of right below my cheekbones, which is what I usually do with the Anastasia contour stick. So let's try. So it looks a little bit more pigmented and warmer than the contour stick, but this is not supposed to be for contouring. It's for bronzing, which is usually what I use it for, just to like warm up my face. And then I always use the Spectrum B01 brush. It's like a flat top packing brush to just blend it out. I usually start right under my cheekbones and then just blend it up my face to kind of warm everything up. And it's blending really nicely. Even with swiping it on my face, I didn't pick up any of my foundation, which is what I was kind of worried about. I've seen some people like rub it on their hand, get it with a brush, then start buffing it out. But swiping it didn't really remove anything, so that's good. I do love the color. It's very summery and bronzy. It smells like crayons, maybe? It doesn't smell bad. It's very, very faint. I love that color though. Super pretty, super natural. Not as like cool toned as I'm used to, but I really like it. Just gonna clean that up. That line up with my sponge. So there's one side with and one side without. All right, let's do the other side. So this time I kind of took it from like at an angle, so it wasn't such like a big fat line, just so it doesn't disperse further down on my cheeks. I kind of want to keep it like high. Just blending that out. It's super creamy, which I love because it blends out so fast. And it just looks like skin, which is so nice versus like a really powdery bronzer. Yeah, I love that. It looks great. So definitely we'll keep it in a skinnier line instead of like the big, like fat end of this, but that looks great. So I've seen people contour their nose with this, and I don't really contour my nose a lot, but I do like warm it up so it's not just like this big white like concealer blob. So I'm gonna try it. Just kind of like along the edge just a teeny bit. And I don't really like want to like pinch it and make it look smaller. I just want to add color to it. This is like a smaller version of that brush, which is the B03. Just gonna blend that out. Kind of run some on the tip of my nose. Again, it's not moving any of my foundation, which is great, or concealer that like I put on my nose earlier. I'm just gonna dab some concealer that I have left over on my sponge just to the very tip of my nose. Yeah, that looks good. Very summery, colorful versus just like my pale white face. I'm loving everything, which I kind of knew I would because everything has such good reviews, but so excited. Love that bronzer stick. All right, so I have my brows on, and then I just threw some of the Modern Renaissance palette, the Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange shades just in my crease and underneath my eye because I didn't want to do anything crazy eyeshadow wise for today. And then I think I'm just gonna throw some lashes on. But what I wanted to mention is I didn't set my face at all, which usually I even have it out. I go in with the raw RCMA no color powder, at least under my eyes and in my T-zone, and I don't feel like I have to do that at all, which usually I have terrible creasing underneath my eyes and around my nose, and I don't. I love the way my skin looks. I love how like the primer just like smoothed out, hydrated it. I'm not even dry around like my normal dry areas, and the way that my foundation is around my nose is incredible. And underneath my eyes, all I did for eyeshadow was dust like a white shadow all over to kind of like set my concealer, and then dusted like the bronzy orangey shades all over, and did my brows. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm not gonna set my face today, which is a first in a very long time. So let's put some lashes on. I recently got the Tarteist lash like helper, I think is what it's called, but it's way better than just a normal set of tweezers. I even used it on makeup clients, and it helps a lot. And then I have just the Ardell wispies that we're gonna put on, so let's do that. And the lash glue that I used today was the Duo Brush On Clear Gel. I recently purchased this too, and I like it so much better than like the squeezy tube, just because I can get like a thinner, more like cohesive application versus having like big clumps of the glue. So let's put these lashes on. Wish I like these lashes because I don't feel like I need to wear liner with them, with the clear band, and they're pretty just like light. All right, my lashes are on. Now I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter and see how it layers over top of everything. This is my favorite highlighter. I really need to try some new ones because I've just been using this one over and over and over. So it looks great on top of the foundation and the blush. So on my nose. Lastly, we're gonna do some lippies. So I'm gonna try, just because I'm curious, the lip and cheek duo just on my lips, just to see kind of what it looks like. So it's a real nice, like just natural finish, very creamy. Super creamy and hydrating, and I love this color. I really want to get some of these and like the full size ones, just because I love cream products and cream blushes. So yeah, I love the way that looks, just very like natural. I also got some PR from Gade Cosmetics, and I wanted to show you some of the lippies that they sent me. So this one is called Idealist, and it's like a darker kind of mauve-y color, which I can swatch it just right here. So it's like a brighter kind of pinky mauve, and I love their components because it's like a little magnet, and it's very fancy, and it's like that like matte feeling. And this one is Dreamer, and it is just a more like pinky nude, kind of similar to the lip and cheek duo, but these are both pretty like natural matte formulas. And then they also sent me some glosses. This one is in Shy Nude, and this one's really light. You would have to wear it with like a lip liner or something under it, just because it's a very nudie pink, and it's very like creamy, not super sticky. This one is in the shade Bora Bora Pink, which is one of my favorite ones. Just a more bright pink cream lip gloss. And then this is the glossiest gloss that they sent me, and it is the shade Malibu Kiss, and it kind of has like little reflex in it, and it's more of like a hotter baby pink. So I'm gonna put one over top of this milk lip and cheek thing. Which one should I do? I want to be a little bit brighter. I'm gonna go with the bright pink, the Malibu Kiss one, and it has some reflex in it too. I'm gonna put it kind of like around my lip line. It smells like mint chocolate, which I'm not mad about. So yeah, not sticky at all, just super like moisturizing, but not as like slippy as like a lip oil, which those are my favorite kind of glosses, just because I don't want it to like feather out to the rest of like around my mouth. I hate when that happens. So yeah, that was the Malibu Kiss color, which I really like. All right, babes, this is the final look. Very kind of just natural skin, dewy, and I'm so excited that I didn't have to set my face like I always do. Impressions on everything is, I love it all. Everything that I tried was great. I'm excited to use this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer more, just because my skin looks so smooth and my foundation went on flawlessly and it's wearing flawlessly. Minimal creasing, which is great. The baked bronzer stick was wonderful. It just looks so natural and blended out so beautifully, and I love the shade of it, especially for lighter to medium skin tones, and they do have one that's a bit darker than this. At first I wasn't sure how I was gonna like the concealer, just because the way it went on, I'm used to like lots of Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm happy with the coverage that I got with this and how it's just not creasing. I usually have to set my under eye and eyelids with powder every time I do my makeup, and I didn't have to today, and I think it looks great. My under eyes look good and they look like hydrated. They don't look dry, which is usually the effects that the powder has. And lastly, the lip and cheek duo, I want to order these because I love the finish on my face. The color is great, and just like how it applied even on my lips was phenomenal. I just loved everything, you guys. And then the Kush mascara, you kind of already know my thoughts about it. I'm not the hugest fan. I do enjoy the way that it makes my lashes look, but I do find that throughout the day I get transfer, and I feel like, especially not setting my under eye, I feel like that'll happen more. But I didn't put any mascara on my bottom lashes, just my top lashes underneath the falsies. And I just am in love with the way that my skin is looking. It just looks so smooth and dewy because I didn't set any of it with powder. The highlight is popping. So yeah, have you guys tried Milk makeup? If you have, what is like one of your favorite things, go-to things that you like? I can't decide my favorite between these two babies. They're both so great. And I will make sure to update you with if like I'm still not having to set my face using this stuff and the concealer, and how like my skin reacts to it, because I kind of have some sensitive skin. But I will definitely be updating you guys on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me there. It is at Hannah Go Down. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video and sticking around. I hope you're having a wonderful